This podcast is powered by the pros at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Arkansas owned, Arkansas operated. GoPascal.com.
Well, Peyton, 5 for 5. I think I know you've had 5 hits before. I don't know if you were 5 for 5. I have to double check that. But just what I know you're a good hitter. But what were your thoughts on going 5 for 5?
Yeah, just first off, super proud of our team for being able to come out there last midweek and get that win. But just trying to keep it simple, not trying to do too much, stay in the middle of the field, and I felt like I did a really good job of that today. And that's pretty much all I can ask for. Just trying to make hard contact up the middle, and it's just trying to keep it as simple as possible, not trying to do too much. That's kind of my approach today.
You mentioned midweek. Seems like every midweek you check and somebody ranked high or somebody pretty good is losing a midweek game. It just happens when you play that many. You guys avoided that this year. What do you think was the key to that, and how good do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think it just speaks to us coming out every day and playing. You know, we have a lot of depth on both sides of the ball, and I just think that guys just want to keep like just getting in and having the opportunity. And you know, a guy like Piro who hasn't like played a ton, and he comes in there, he's like looks great. You know, he's just when his name's called, he just wants to go out there and do what he can for us to win. But it's they can get kind of draggy and stuff. But I thought we've done a really good job all year, just showing up to the ballpark and playing 100%, and you know, it's all we can ask for.
Yeah, I think you threw on Saturday, obviously, in the a little bit shorter rest. Just how did you feel today? What was working for you?
Yeah, no, I felt great today going out there. I think that I did a good job in my pre-outing bullpen with Parker. Did a really good job. Us two kind of connected and figuring out what pitches were working today. And then when we got out there, obviously, I think his pitch calling was awesome. And I've got a lot of confidence in Parker. He's my locker neighbor, so we're always kind of talking pitching and whatnot. And like, and he just tell me like, get the curveball in the dirt, and like I have full faith that he's gonna, you know, keep it in front of him, which he did twice tonight. So I think that a lot of it was Parker and the connection we have for sure.
Parker, just what did you think of his start today?
Yeah, I thought he was really good. You know, before the game, we talked about attacking hitters and getting ahead in the count. And, you know, he went out there and executed. You know, he wasn't afraid and got ahead and stayed ahead for the most part. And, you know, I think all the way around on the mound today, we did a good job of that. So,
Do you feel like today was maybe an audition for you to become a pinch runner in the future? Just what did you think of your performance today?
Probably not. No, it was good. It was good to get a stolen bag under my belt, though, for sure.
Bybee, how would you assess your start today?
Yeah, no, I think I did a good job, like Parker said, getting ahead of hitters and staying ahead. Obviously made a few pitches there I'd like to have back, but I think I did a good job keeping the ball down and on the corners, and just thought I made some good pitches and some good counts.
Do you feel ready for Sunday if needed?
For sure, if needed.
And you had that 6-pitch inning in the top of the fourth. How great was it for that to, like, even though you're probably about to hit your pitch count, but like that kind of just like kind of saved you some pitches there.
Yeah, no, those are huge. Obviously, you know, the leadoff gets on with the hit, and then guy smokes a changeup, and off the bat, I didn't think it was staying in the infield. I turned back, and Stovall's getting a glove on it, so that's a good feeling. And then obviously, you're up back in the mound in the windup with 2 outs like that. Just gives you a lot of confidence, kind of that spark to get that third out.
Ben, Dave has been up here saying, talking about Parker's catching ability behind the plate. Just, I guess, what makes him specifically unique or special behind the plate?
Yeah, I mean, I think, he just knows pitchers really well, and his pitch calling's really good. And he knows, what pitches each day are on and off. And, there's some times where, like, maybe, for example, like in the fall, I love it when he does this. He'll call a full count curveball. And when you kind of shake and tell him, yes, he kind of smacks his glove. And like, you can tell he's a lot of confidence in the pitchers. And that's huge. And I think we connect really well when it comes to pitch calling. And I'm usually kind of pre-gripping a grip in my glove, and he ends up calling it. And I'm like, all right, here we go. So yeah, a lot of it is Parker and the job he does back there. It's huge.
Well, Parker, is the game calling skill something you've always had, or is it something that you picked up since you've been here, or something you picked up this year, or just?
I think it's definitely something that you just continue learning. You know, I'm still learning and getting better at it, but I from a young age, I had a coach, Mark Redmond. He played in the big leagues, pitched in the big leagues for 10 years, and that was kind of the first guy who taught me a lot about how to call a game and how to work with pitchers and stuff. And so, I credit him to a lot of my success back there with pitch calling. But I definitely feel like from being here with Coach Hobbs and DJ and Barr, they've helped me tremendously back there. And connecting with these guys on a day-to-day basis helps too. Catching their pins, trying to work my butt off for them any chance I can. So.
Parker, you know, you're playing maybe once on a weekend or here and there, but you always seem ready and you've had some good offensive games. Well, what's the key to when you're not playing every day to being successful?
I think you just have to have a good routine. You know, you have to show up to the park like you're playing every single day. And if you're not, you know, you got to be the best teammate you can be. So for me, it's getting to the yard and just doing my work for that day. And then, you know, if I'm in the lineup, great. If I'm not, I'm there cheering on my guys and seeing what I can do to help them out. So
And was that your first? I should have looked it up. Was that
I
your
think
first?
here, yeah, I think that's my first home
But,
base
but you
here.
had some at other places.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
couple.
okay.
Not many, but a couple.
And then for you and Ben, what'd you think about Peyton's 5-for-5 day? What'd you see from him? Just thoughts on that?
Unbelievable. You know, Stovall's my roommate on the road, so we get to talk hitting a lot. And, you know, he's a great hitter. And I'd say he's helped me a lot since I've been here too. You know, I think he's gonna play baseball for a long time and watching him go about his day-to-day business is pretty special. So, you know, I'm not surprised by it, to be honest with you.
I know you're a pitcher. But
Yeah. No, I thought he put some really good swings in the ball and kept up the middle. And obviously 5-for-5 is pretty impressive. But I think Stovall's, you know, a great hitter and has a really good swing, and he works his tail off to have days like this. So I'm just happy for him.
You guys are getting ready to go to Kentucky. You're both 16-5, leading each of your divisions. Just what are your thoughts? Maybe just go across the way there. Just what are your thoughts on going there? And you know, I know every series is big, but these are the two division leaders going at it.
Yeah, I think just taking it game by game and not making the moment bigger than it is. You know, obviously Kentucky's a really good team. They've played well all year, and you know they're just like pretty much every team in the country. They're probably better at home, and so it's going to be fun, and we're looking forward to it. But you know, kind of like I just said, like don't try to make it bigger than it is. Just take it pitch by pitch, and I think we've done a good job of that this year, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
I mean, he took the words right out of my mouth there. What you got, buddy?
Yeah. Same thing like he said, just focus on what's important, you know, next pitch, next game, not try and look in the future. And obviously they're a great ball club and playing well. So it's gonna be really good challenge for us.
Yep, I haven't scouted them much, but Kentucky is a team that runs a lot. Curious Parker and then Ben also just what when you're facing a team that runs a lot, just what are the keys as from a catcher's perspective and then also a pitcher's perspective?
Yeah, from a catcher's perspective, I'd say just mixing in some picks, quick picks, inside or quick picks, hold picks and stuff. And, you know, on the mound, those guys switching up their timing and stuff and switching up their leg lifts, going slide step every once in a while, just kind of keeping them off balance.
Yeah, like Parker said, obviously knowing who the runners are when they come to the plate, you know, they can always bunt. You know, that risk is there. And then like he said, you know, vary your timing, vary your looks, vary your, you know, leg lift, you know, deliver, you know, try not, you know, make the same type of delivery home every once in a while, switch it up and just make it harder for them to get a good jump.
Peyton, they have a turf field. I'm just curious, how different is that from what you're used to, you know, with dirt and everything?
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a little different, but I think like our indoor facility that helps a lot, being able to practice in there as much as we have. Just always taking ground balls in there. But you know, kind of like Coach Van Horn said, it's pretty similar turf. So we'll go fly out tomorrow and you know, probably take some ground balls, hit, do all that stuff at their park. But it's gonna be fun. Looking forward to it, and you know, just play good baseball.
When you're 4-for-4, do you go up there thinking, man, I really want to get another hit, go 5-for-5, or kind of what's the thought process?
I think it just goes back to like kind of what I said earlier with like not trying to do too much, like just staying with my approach and just staying in the middle of the park. That's kind of like been big focus for me. You know, try to do too much, start pulling off the ball. You're a little late on pitches you should be hitting, just stuff like that. So just taking like a nice swing and just trying to stay to the middle. But I mean, that definitely happens. It can, but you know, kind of going up there that fifth at bat, just trying to stay in the middle of the park. And you know, if I would have lined out, I would have been perfectly okay with it, just because I know that my approach was right, and it's you know all you can do.
But the fact was a line drive hit. When you run down the first, going, oh, that's pretty nice 5-for-5. Or kind of what's your thoughts?
Yeah. It was pretty nice. I guess maybe. Wish kind of a couple might have went to like a little bit more left, right, center. Maybe got a couple extra base hits, but other than that, no. I mean, I was pretty excited. I was glad, and I'm just glad we won. You know, that's the biggest thing. So it was nice to be able to have a game like that and also win.
You slid that time. What happened on the cross?
Yeah. So that was pretty embarrassing. I got still. It was like a delayed still, and I saw right before I took off, I saw the ball in the dirt, and I thought that it bounced away. And I didn't hear anybody like say down or anything. It was like quiet when I was running, so I was like, okay, I'm just like, there's the ball's away, whatever. And next thing you know, he slapped the tag on me, and I was like, oh, this looks terrible. But yeah, that was kind of the thought process.
BetOnline is your #1 source for all your betting needs. Get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use our promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts.